to take a look at Sorcery 2. Sorcery 2 is a sequel to Sorcery, which came out earlier this year, and takes you through the classic Steve Jackson choice novels. In this one, we're going to the second part of the story, called Chiare. If you have a previous character from the previous game, you can use that same character in this one. You also have the option of starting an entirely new character. Main gameplay is done through storytelling. You will go through different story elements and make choices in the dialogue, and then at certain times you will be taken out to the world map where you can choose where to go. This combination is really effective and I think really well done artistically, and makes Sorcery stand out from a lot of other visual novels out there. A new feature in Chiare is kind of these submaps. So you start outside and then you can be zoomed in to buildings or other locations. The magic system also makes a return, though it is slightly different this time and a little bit easier to use in terms of determining what spells you can use in a given situation. This choice to allow you to go into key locations I think was a good one. The previous game kind of had some areas with long dialogue trees, and this game breaks that up quite a bit with more visual cues and taking you out to the map in more situations, so I definitely think it was a good step forward. A new feature this time around is Swindle Stones. Swindle Stones is a game that you can play with many characters and allows you to get out of different situations or earn money or do various other things such as collect clues. So there definitely is a lot of reasons to play this game, and it really is an interesting and fun game and something that you'll have to learn to master to really succeed in this version of Sorcery. So far, I've noticed that the AI plays pretty strongly. There's definitely some competition there, and I feel like it's making different choices in different situations that really keep you guessing. Combat returns in this version of the game, and while there are a lot of similar situations, there also are new weapons, and you'll actually find, at least in my case so far, that you'll be doing combat a little bit less than you would have in the original Sorcery, as the focus is more on chatting with people and trying to avoid combat when possible, rather than the original one, which had more kind of wilds and random encounters. If there are things you didn't like about Sorcery, the sequel is not really going to change your mind. Sure, there are a lot of new options and a few small polish and tweaks. However, overall, it definitely feels like a direct sequel, a continuation of the story, with new elements that take place in this city that wouldn't have taken place in the previous setting. For me, that's just fine. I love the first Sorcery, and I'm really happy with Sorcery too. There definitely is a different feeling here for the connoisseur among us. The game will have you traveling across almost the entire map, having to solve the different clues, rather than kind of focusing you in one path. You also have the different swindle stones and other options that really add a lot to the game and increase, I think, the replayability and how much time you can really spend in this world. iOS has been a great place for digital storytelling. We've got a lot of point-and-click adventure type games. Device 6, I think, is one of the best of these, where you don't really have a lot of choices. We've got a lot of games where you do have choices, such as Tin Man Games line, as well as Lone Wolf, which is coming soon. Despite all these excellent titles, I have to say that the leader right now, and the one that I think all should be measured by, is Sorcery. I really think the Sorcery series is really leading this charge and doing a lot of new things while still clinging to the old tropes that you love. If you want some of the best on iOS, I definitely recommend picking up Sorcery 2 today.